the virtual, the augmented reality, the extended reality, and all graduations that are constantly evolving in the 21st century have an absolute need for the most important human technology, according to Lacan, the language. The narration, the scenario, the polyscenario, the programming. I will communicate to you an experience of mine that was basically centered on the process of dialogue between old and new media. However, the central axis in the whole process was the language. It is the exhibition installation that took place in December 2021 at the old Alphaville cinema. It was titled Artificial Intelligence or the New Alphaville, but the word intelligence outweighed the word artificial, almost eliminated. It was dedicated to Godard and his film Alphaville. The Alphaville cinema is in the same building as the Fournos Center. It was a cult cinema highly regarded by cinephiles in the 90s to 2000s. It was named so because of Godard's amazing movie Alphaville. In the movie, Alphaville, the city of Alpha, is a city ruled by the supercomputer Alpha and the scientists who created it. With this idea, the intelligence of machines, as a central axis, I dare, with great respect for Godard, create a dialogue between his film and my own digital works. Artificial intelligence, then and now, but also the media, the technology of artistic expression, then and now. The time, specifically the difference of 57 years between the two works, make it possible, by means of tools of today's digital culture, to propose another reality for the machine intelligence that Godard might have agreed with. The goal was to transform the entire Alphaville building into a set of extended reality objects through digital as well as physical means. I follow the director's strategy. The brilliant Godard manages to create a science fiction film using only the natural interiors and exteriors of Paris. In the same way, a visual installation that indicates the interior of the film is made from materials found through in the space. The entrance of the cinema building presents the illusion of the film itself through black and white scenography and interactive media, including scenes from the film. An especially edited soundtrack with elements from the film that can be heard through the building contribute to the immersion of visitors. To the left of the film space is the Alpha 60 supercomputer. It is actually a fictional construction, just as the director presents the Alpha 60 computer in the film. But at this point, Godard incorporates into the mechanical voice words of the computer Alpha 60 and ambiguous literary text that lasts throughout the film. A voiceover. This text borrows elements from the works of Borges. Opposite Alpha 60 is the future room. The new Alphaville proposal is being developed in this space. An avatar invites visitors to enter the space, saying that the future is you if you dare, while on the wall is written the phrase, "To claim a better world, you must first imagine it." And the word you which through a hollow mirror, another extended reality art object with physical media, create interesting mental connections. In the future room, there are two Alpha 2022 chatbots that chat with visitors. These are dialogues that possibly include the user of the chatbot inside the story and invite them to make their own decision. It is the point and moment when dialogue takes place between, on the one hand, the concept of Godard's supercomputer, the thinking machine of the disturbed scientists who desire another order of things upset by humans, and on the other hand, contemporary powerful personal computers or computational mechanism, a Promethean gift, in my opinion, to anyone if they are willing to use it creatively. In the main part of the hall, on the next floor, the reality is presented as it is. The activities of people are presented, which are often imperfect because more sincerity is required, more determination, a transcendence in order to create a new positive condition. It seems that between hardware, software and humanware, most bugs exist in humanware. To enter the main space of the cinema, the spectator is forced to pass under a screen where a part of the Berlin Wall spins on its surface. The spectator then faces the fetish screening room for 19 cinephiles, which has been kept as it was in those years, only to find that parasites have grown between the seats of the hall. The parasites resemble tables and screens where the acts of people are displayed. Imprisoning animals for fun, building in human cities, walls dividing a city in two. In the foreground on the cinema screen, a projection mapping, a kind of extended reality installation, shows an important Greek art theorist, Thanasis Moutsopoulos, being interrogated like the hero in the film Alphaville. Where is the interest in this project? That many visitors feel this person is real? Or that instead of making a critic of the exhibition, the important theorist becomes the exhibit himself, delivering to the public an honest and personal discourse, a confession that art as well as the world has important problems. On the rest of the big screen of the cinema, a part of the city of Alphaville has been transferred to VR. It is a simple track for those who want to wander around the city, but they will soon realize that they are in a virtual labyrinth. Finally, the exhibition concludes with the trapped avatar, the artist himself, who gives to the visitors the pleasure to play with him by learning about his dreams and his fears. Both the film Alphaville and New Alphaville are dominated by the text. In Godard's film, the computer's voice, the hero's thoughts, the hero's interrogation, and the two conflicting books, the Bible with the forbidden words of Alphaville and the poet's Paul Eluard poems book Capital of Pain. In New Alphaville there are printed letters on the screens from Darwin's theory and the artist's diary, texts on the walls of the space, the conversation with the chatbots, and finally the interrogation of the art theoretician. Another text completes the exhibition. It is a book instead of a catalogue of the exhibition in which a theoretical text by the creator touches on the relationship between cinematic narrative and the narrative of new media, which touches on intelligence versus artificial intelligence, which touches on the necessity to the beginning of something else. Spectators pass through the virtual environment of multiple narratives, imitating cinema, imitating life itself, that raise serious questions. As for us, the creators of this environment, we know nothing more than the need for substantial research, persistent experimentation, and collaboration. Finally, a cinema called Alphaville in Athens turns into a laboratory for text ideas research with visualization tools and try to describe what does not yet exist.